serial killers. Can't say I can relate to them, but I'm sure some of them are lovely guys. I'm not really sure what that intro is, but we're going to find out the 7 levels of serial killers by Movie Critics Club, because why not? Alright, chat, lock in.
What is up, guys, and welcome to the 7 levels of fictional serial killers. In this video, we're ranking killers from the absolute worst to the very best. We're judging them based on how skilled they are at actually killing, how good they are at staying hidden, and how dangerous they are in a fight. Let's just dive in and see which of these fictional serial killers really deserves the top spot. Coming in at level 1, we have Patrick Bateman.
Can't say I've ever watched American Psycho. Tier listing killers is crazy. I think he's gonna, well, they're all fictional for a start, and like 2 on I think it's going to be like based on like how good they are at what they do. As far as I know, Patrick Bateman just like invites Gyal around to his crib and just hits a little dirty wine on him and then just fucking chops it with an axe. You know what I mean?
Man, now keep in mind we're only talking about the film version here, so the scene packs you see on this screen for every single character is what we're basing this off of. And in the movie, it's heavily implied that Patrick never actually killed anyone and that it was all in his head. But for the sake of this video, let's just...
The classic, it's all just a dream theory.
Let's just say that he did. And even then, Patrick is terrible at being a serial killer. His biggest weakness is that he's completely impulsive. Every kill that he commits is loud, messy, and just completely public. Like, why would you ever do that when you're a serial killer? From murdering a homeless man in the middle of the street to chasing a woman down the hallway of his apartment building completely naked.
He's butt booty naked. Oh, I'm gonna watch this film.
And screaming. If those kills were genuine...
Okay, let me think. What is the ideal serial killer gonna be like? I couldn't remember who was on the thumbnail. Dexter's gonna be up there. Dexter's good, but I've only watched like I'm on season 3 of Dexter. I haven't watched an episode in like a month. With shows, I get like really into it, and then I stop watching it for like a week, and I just can't be asked to watch episodes again. I'm not a serial killer, and if I was, you wouldn't know. But what does it take? I mean, yeah, it's just like premeditated, it's planned, you don't get other people involved. That's kind of the problem with Dexter, is like the plot is like other people, he never cared about anyone for like a long time, so nothing really went wrong with his kills, but then he starts to like get into relationships and like people, and so it kind of gets a bit messy.
Genuinely real, he would be caught in less than 24 hours. And honestly, me giving him just that much time is me being generous. Now, Patrick has zero strategy, no real combat skills, and absolutely no
Who's fine shit in the bottom with a massive forehead?
idea how to cover his tracks whatsoever. He is strictly driven by purely ego and emotion. On top of that, he literally admitted to murder. Like that one time he told people he killed Paul Allen.
I killed Paul Allen.
Which is pretty much the last thing you would want to do if you're a serial killer. I will give him this though, Patrick is in great shape and he's got some pretty good cardio. Like if the cops ever were chasing him, he might...
Oh my god, you can just see like full meat just like bobbling up and down. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit TMI. Okay, yeah, you know what, I'm not fucking doing that. I don't wear pants under my joggers usually. Like if I'm in a house all day, bro, the feeling of having no pants or underwear underneath your joggers or your trousers is just unreal. Like sweatpants, like if you've ever done like football shorts or sweatpants with no pants underneath, oh my fucking god, it's orgasmic. He is looking good though, but his piece is kind of... Also, skipping with shoes on. You're already butt naked. Skipping with shoes on is shit, and it's also a bit of a pussy move because it means when it whacks your toes. Also, what are you looking at with that telescope? You're in the middle of New York City, so you're only... It's a spying one, isn't it? There's too much light pollution to look at any fucking stars.
If the cops ever were chasing him, he might get a decent head start, and honestly, that's just about it. In my opinion, Patrick Bateman is a complete poser. He's just a guy who likes the idea of being a killer more than actually being one, and that's why he's at number 1. Coming in at level 2, we've got Ghostface, specifically Billy Loomis and Stu from the original Scream. Now, unlike...
Is this actually a good film? I've heard like the first Scream is actually really good. That also looks like Johnny Depp. Oh, I've just shot myself.
Now, unlike Patrick Bateman, these two actually have bodies to their name. They've planned out kills, they've had a motive, and they managed to keep the police guessing.
Isn't that the thing with Scream as well? It's always like 2 people. Because it's always like, wait, no, it's you. And then it's like, oh, no, it's 2 of us.
For most of the movie. But I mean, don't get it twisted, because Billy and Stu are far from being top tier serial killers. For starters, they're emotional, reckless, and just way overconfident. Because Billy thinks he's this cold, calculating mastermind, but he constantly lets his obsession with Sydney cloud his judgment. And Stu, Honestly, he's just basically along for the ride, killing because it's just fun. And that makes a good movie, but I mean, doesn't make two good serial killers. They do deserve some credit though.
It's completely irrelevant. I'm just being a little horny bastard. I love this haircut. This haircut's hard. I wish I had this haircut.
Were strategic enough to frame someone else for their murders, and they even coordinated their attacks pretty well. And their use of the Ghostface costume made them anonymous, and honestly, anyone could have been in that costume. And also, Stu literally admits everything while bleeding out on the floor, and Billy gets outsmarted by someone he thought that was an easy target. But in reality, she wasn't at all. So while Billy and Stu are way more capable than Patrick Bateman, they're just still amateurs in my opinion. And that's exactly why Ghostface, at least this original duo, lands at level 2. At level 3, we have Joe Gold.
Isn't this the one with the lady like that? I've never understood the people like being over this guy, like they goon, the lady goon, the loon over this guy. Is it because they like the idea of like a stalker? Girls are weird, man. I know that's like the most immature thing I've ever said as like a 19-year-old, but like, why are you attracted to a stalker? You know what I mean?
Goldberg from You. Now, this guy is definitely a step up from Billy and Stu. Joe actually thinks before he kills. He's careful, and he has a strong understanding of how people work, which makes him a lot more dangerous than the people below him on this list. Now, Joe's biggest strength is his ability to blend in. He's not just some mask-wearing maniac running around with a knife. He is genuinely the quiet guy next door. Like, literally he is. He is the one who always seems polite and trustworthy. That's what makes him terrifying. He also studies his victims for weeks, sometimes months, learns literally everything about them until he knows the routines better than they do. He plans his kills very meticulously and covers his tracks with serious precision. But despite his intelligence, Joe's biggest weakness is his heart, or rather, his obsession with love. Every kill he commits from this delusional idea of quote-unquote love, he convinces himself that he's doing it for the right reason, and that mindset makes him really sloppy when emotions get involved. He'll spend days stalking someone without realizing how much evidence he's leaving behind, or he'll panic when things don't go his way. Plus, his biggest problem is consistency. Joe's not really built for chaos, and the second his perfect plan starts falling apart, he unravels pretty fast. And I'll give him credit though.
Can't adapt to the situation. See, that's where I come in. I'm quick on my toes. I also don't commit mass murder, but
Joe is excellent at manipulation, and he's the kind of guy who can make you trust him right before he buries you in the backyard. And honestly, Joe Goldberg could have been one of the best on this list if he wasn't just so obsessed with love. At level 4, we have Anton Chigurh.
Oh, this is... I can't remember what it's from. Is it that? But it's the one where he has like the piston gun.
From No Country for Old Men. And now this is where things start getting serious. So unlike Joe Goldberg, who kills out of obsession or emotion, Anton kills out of principle. He's calm and completely emotionless when it comes to taking a life. I'm sure you all know the infamous coin toss scene. That alone tells you everything you need to know about how he operates. He genuinely believes fate decides who lives and who dies, and he's not just the one enforcing it. That detachment makes him one of the coldest fictional killers ever put on screen, and one of the best psychopaths ever put on screen. He is a professional, and I mean professional hitman with serious combat and tactical skill. He doesn't really talk much, he doesn't waste any time whatsoever, and while he may leave a lot of evidence behind, he's not a serial killer that is trying to stay hidden like Joe or Dexter or any other serial killer. He's simply here to exist just to kill, and he's very good at it. Now, the only reason Anton doesn't climb higher is because he is not invincible. He's still human. He makes small mistakes, and even though he's emotionless, the moral system that he follows can work against him, and that's why he's ranked at number 4, because he's not adaptable in a moral sense. Like, he wouldn't break his own code even when it might help him survive. Now, coming in at level 5.
What could I say about Dexter? What do I know about Dexter without spoiling anything for the 3 people in my chat right now? Dexter's pretty good, and he can like morally adapt to like situations, and he can play the guy. It's just he gets it. Basically, his downfall is he gets into like a relationship, and then it all just goes downhill.
We've got Dexter Morgan from Dexter. Now, Dexter is where we start entering the elite category of human serial killers. He scouts his victims, researches their backgrounds, studies their patterns, and doesn't strike until he's 100% 100% sure they fit his code. Now, the man literally works as a blood spatter analyst.
The problem is with Dexter, right, is you actually, like, Dexter is fairly good, he just tries to follow his code too damn much. Yeah, that is kind of the problem. Me personally, I think anyone deserves death at all, but if you do kill, at least kill bad people. Yeah, this is the problem with Dexter. It's like, you root for him, so obviously because he's designed, you're supposed to root for him, but you're there questioning, like, he's low-key a good guy in some way. Like, obviously vigilante isn't, you know, it has its problems, but at the end of the day, he's just more of a gruesome vigilante. Like, Spider-Man's a vigilante, he takes out bad guys. I'd argue Dexter Morgan takes out worse bad guys than Spider-Man does. He's just quite brutal about it.
For the police department, meaning he knows exactly how investigations work, what evidence to avoid, and how to cover his tracks flawlessly. So Dexter's biggest strength is his control. He doesn't let emotion dictate his actions, at least not at first.
He's like Batman, but he actually kills them. Yeah, he's like a slightly more psychotic Batman. Because this is all, Dexter Morgan does what Batman does. He's just a bit more obsessed with, like, the gruesomeness of it.
He channels his urges into something structured, which is why he stays hidden for so long. But what keeps Dexter from reaching those top 2 levels in this video, ironically, is the very first thing that makes him interesting: his humanity. As the series goes on, or as the show goes on, you start to see
oh god, I hated this bitch. Oh my god, she's so annoying. I kind of liked her at the start, and then, like, I had people that had already watched the show and they're like, you're gonna hate her, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, there's certain scenes with this just fucking you British. Oh my god, it pisses me off. Bro, Lila is bad, but yeah, she's definitely a bitch. Yeah, she's fire. Although Rita's better.
Goes on, or as the show goes on, you start to see cracks in his mask. His relationships, his love for his family, and his growing sense of morality start to, you know, get in the way. Still, when it comes to pure intelligence, Dexter is near the top of the human tier of all serial killers. He's not invincible, but he's the closest thing to a perfect serial killer you can get without crossing into the supernatural. And at level 6, we have Dr. Hannibal Lecter from the Hannibal TV show. Now,
I've never understood the Hannibal Lecter thing. I've never seen it.
This is where we start entering God tier.
Keep watching Dexter, please. I need to get back into it because I absolutely loved it when I was watching it, but then I just can't get back into shows. Like, I never watched shows before bed.
Human-like killers. Hannibal isn't just good at killing. God tier human-like killers. Hannibal isn't just good at killing, he is very elegant with it. He is a surgeon, a psychiatrist, and a chef, meaning he understands both the mind and the body in a way no other killer does. Hannibal doesn't just end lives, he dissects them mentally, physically, and
okay, the guy making this video is having way too much fucking fun with this. Dexter is the only show I watched. I rarely watch shows. Yeah, I'm the same. I rarely watch shows. I didn't stop watching it because I didn't like it. I just can't with shows. Like, I've watched season 1 of The Boys, really enjoyed it, couldn't be asked to watch it. Watched a couple episodes of Invincible, really enjoyed it, couldn't be asked to watch it. Watched the first 10 episodes of Prison Break, really enjoyed it, can't be bothered to watch it. I just can't be asked to watch shows.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally. His intelligence is completely off the charts. This guy is just a genius. Combat-wise, Hannibal is very exceptional as well. He's physically
Wins, thank you for the follow, my friend. Your lips looking mad kid. Them ones. Yeah, go on, you little free bastard.
Hannibal is very exceptional as well. He's physically strong, a master of anatomy, and knows exactly how to make every strike count, whether it's with a knife or his bare hands. He kills with literal efficiency. The only real flaw that Hannibal has that I can genuinely think of is just his curiosity. He has this fascination with people that sometimes clouds his judgment. He likes playing with his food, metaphorically and literally, but also what occasionally gives others a sliver of chance against him. And that is the only reason why Will Graham ever suspected him. Finally, at level 7, the
no idea what this number 1's gonna be.
Highest level of fictional human serial killers, we have Johann Liebert's from Monster. Now, this man doesn't just end lives, he engineers them to end themselves. Now, he can walk into someone's life and completely dismantle their entire sense of self until they're begging to die or killing others in his name. Now, Johann's weapon isn't just a gun or a knife, it's his mind, or psychology in this case. Johann operates with a kind of perfection no other killer on this list comes close to, except for Hannibal. I would say these guys are toe and toe, but I just have to give this to Johann. Now, Johann's not just killing because he has to, or he feels like he has these urges. He just kills because he can. He's the kind of person who can just convince you to jump off a bridge and make you believe it was
But how? I really want to know what the show is about now. How did he just convince? What, is he just like my fucking Twitch chat and they're just horrible to me and shit?
Your own idea. He doesn't just need to touch his victims to destroy them, he just talks to them, which is the craziest part. Like, Johann Lieber is the definition of the perfect human monster. He's the kind of killer who doesn't just take lives, but literally erases humanity from everyone he meets. He's not chaotic like Billy and Stu, not impulsive like Bateman, not methodical like Dexter, and not artistic like Hannibal. He's beyond all of them. And that's why he sits alone at level 7, the absolute peak of fictional serial killers.
WVid.
horror movies are
Okay,
something that I could
that's
admit.
the next video I want to watch. That was
What
a
is up,
cool
guys?
video. I mean, the guy seems a little bit. While Dexter makes some mistakes, I think he's the best way of making a realistic killer. He's calculating nearly every step. He's careful, tries not to take unnecessary risks, and genuinely tries to be a good person despite knowing he's a monster deep inside. Valid. Hey, I ain't saying he's doing a good thing.